Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're doing well today. It's been a while. I haven't done a review for a couple of weeks or so I've got some catching up to do. I'm going to get us back on track with a Belgian beer, and it is probably one of the most widely available Belgian breweries beers that you're ever likely to find. It's from Leffe, and it is their Brune or Brown, Leffe Brown, coming in at 6.5% ABV. I'm sure most of you will be familiar with the logo. There is the old Abbey window logo. They've been brewing since 1250, was it? 1240. That's a long old time to be brewing beer. These days they are owned by the European Department of AB InBev, or simply InBev, and it's actually brewed in Leuven at the Stella Artois warehouse, factory, whatever you want to call it. Stella Brewery, loosely. But yeah, brewed at Stella, owned by InBev, and this is a 750ml bottle, and I paid £3 for it. That sounds cheap. 6.5% Belgian brown ale. I've had Leffe Blonde a few times over the years, and always thought it was okay for the money, not too bad. I do like a Belgian brown. Doubles in particular are probably my favourite of the Belgian styles. So I'm quite intrigued to see what this is like, because believe it or not, I've never had it. I've never tried it, so I'm looking forward to this. It says notes of caramel and aroma of toffee. On the back, it says the ingredients are water, barley malt, maize, barley again, sugar, and hops. And it is in multiple languages on the back, just showing the availability of this beer. So let's quit waffling, bit of a foil wrap on it. So let's get this open and see if it's any good. I was about to say I might have to rip some of that foil away, but it's come away. A bit of an aroma, no smoke on the opening. I've had this bottle around for a while. I sort of checked the date of it and realised it was going best before this month. So I thought I'd better get it open and have a go on it. But we'll leave that there so we can all see it. So Leffe Brown, pull it back, there we go. There it is in the glass. Developed a good head, like all good Belgian beers do. The glass is clean, yet some of the carbonation sticking to the side of it. It's got plenty of red bleeding through it. The light that's shining on me is showing that, but from where you're sitting, that looks pretty dark. But it is a dark beer, and it's got a solid 1.5 finger tan looking head on it, frothy head, good bit of lacing on the glass. It looks good. Let's get me snouting, see what the aroma's telling us. And certainly toffee aroma. Touch of dark fruit. I'm encouraged by the aroma. It smells quite pleasant. Toffee, touch of sort of wholemeal bread, dark fruit, raisins, sultanas. Smells all right. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Oh, that's not bad at all. Bloody hell. It's got a considerable amount of body on it. Coats the palate. Really coats the palate. Nice finish to it as well. Touch of roastiness at the back end. Only slight, but it balances out quite nicely. Good bit of body. Caramelly. That touch of dark fruit that I mentioned on the aroma comes through on the flavour as well. Caramel, raisins. Almost a touch of chocolate to it as well. It's It's not the most complex Belgian brown ale you're ever going to drink. Of course it's not. But goodness me, for £3, that is actually rather good. I'm actually really impressed. I really like the body on it. Glides down. Subtle carbonation. Almost a touch of spice. Like a subtle coriander type thing going on. I was going to say peppery, but it's not that. It's not that prickly. There's also like a touch of coriander spice to it as well. I've got this chilled as opposed to cold. I've had it out of the fridge for a while. I get the feeling if this warms up a little bit, I might get a little bit more sweetness out of it. I could see that dark fruit, that subtle sort of raisiny sultana sweetness becoming more pronounced. For the money, yeah, for the money, I think this is outstanding. I really do. Like I say, I do enjoy my Belgian browns. I'm not a massive fan of Belgian blondes, but I've always quite enjoyed the Leffe. I've always found it quite drinkable. I think that lack of complexity, I quite enjoy. I think certain Belgian blondes, the big ones, the big ABV ones, I do find them quite off-putting. This is a good entry-level Belgian brown. I think that's a good way of describing it. I've had some really complex ones lately that have blown my mind. But for £3 in a 750 bottle, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that. This is really good. Great body. Laces its way around your palate. Bready, caramelly. Touch of dark fruit. Just a subtle touch of sweetness of dark fruit. And then a finish. There's almost like a very subtle kind of dark chocolate. And a lovely little roastiness. And a touch of spice just thrown in. Subtle bit of spice just thrown in to go with the finish. It's really good. It's really good. It's balanced. It's lovely body on it. Lovely mouthfeel. Really drinkable. And for £3, it's an absolute steal. I got this particular bottle in Lidl, but I understand other supermarkets sell it as well. I think Asda, you can get it in this size. And for that money, I think that is an absolute bargain. I really do. I'm actually well impressed. I'm really impressed. I didn't expect it to be as good as it is. Owned by InBev, brewed at Stella. It's not the best. It's not the best kind of warm up, is it? Really, that that's their foundations, the InBev and Stella. But still, that's a decent beer, and for the money, I think that's an absolute steal. And I recommend everyone goes out and buys one. If you like a slightly roasty, darker beer, this could be just a thing for you. 6.5%. I think you could drink all that and be in a decent condition afterwards. It's not going to kill you, that's for sure. I like that. I really do. Again, taking into consideration the price and the amount of beer you're getting for the money, I think that's a really, really good buy. And I'm going to give that a solid 9 out of 10. Wow. Better than I expected. Leffe Brune, 9 out of 10 for me for what it's worth. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you have. I do appreciate that. Till my next one, you take care.